Okay, so a little tweak at the music and the sound, and then we'll probably not a bad idea to actually turn the sound back on. Turn it down on my headset, and yeah, we are looking good and live. This is leagues better than Twitch. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't mind starting off with a smaller platform, as long as it's backed by one of the biggest platforms. So yeah, so we're thinking about maybe building a garage over here, and maybe some. I think I'm going to put down some turrets. We've been a little bit. We got the Mechanators, but I don't. Maybe the Mechanators have been buffed because they are not. They're not doing it. For me, they just keep. Most of the robots are getting overwhelmed and knocked over, which was not ideal. So we're gonna start investing in some. What the hell is that? Ooh, that's from the Cyberlink. We can mess with mechanoids with that. Cool. Well, we'll keep that in our back pocket. But right now, research. How far are we from? Oh, I also put in a few mods to improve like the research because I was thinking about how to make the game play a little bit better. I might actually go through the mods after this. So I'm going to get gunsmithing, research, but now we've got a queue that we can add, which is quite nice. So add to queue, we're going to go straight to gun turrets. And then I think we can go to actions, activate research, actions, activate research, actions, activate research. And there we go, queue complete. Dash. Just a really good quality of life thing, I think. But I am getting really nervous that our super peon just does not have the ability to actually fight, which is like a kind of crazy weakness that I've been a little too relaxed around. I be thinking. So got two over here. We might put a little pod to the north. We've got two geothermals, so just a basic cover of turrets right now can't be. You know what? Put them there, and then we'll just connect them. I reckon this will all be future building spots anyway, so getting a nice circular parameter just to tie people up until I can organize will be huge. Link them up. May as well run along the line. And this will give. I've been noticing from the playbacks that I've been doing that I need to be a little bit more aggressive and quick with the building just because of the amount of resources that are coming in. I'm kind of playing with fire at the moment. We're actually in a weirdly precarious sort of situation. Before we do that though, I probably won't trigger the research points in storage yet. I'll just set up a really good queue for the moment, so I don't have to constantly be in this menu all the time. It was starting to annoy me. And once we've done that, we'll so okay. Let me get two complex vehicles. Add to queue. I would really like to eventually get that stuff, but let's get these to go. That's 10,000. We'll keep it normal roads for now. And then just start working our way through some basic technologies that I really do like to have. Probably because it's biotech, I haven't really played around with the toxifier generators. I know a lot of people use them, but I don't know, I'm a bit of a hippie when it comes to pollution, drugs, any of that kind of crazy shit I'm not really here for. Advanced cyber tech. I really want to explore what all of that means. So I'll add that to queue. What do we got on this side that I really want? I really do like having a really good hospital situation going on. I suppose we just sort of hit that. We'll set it around 11 technologies. Every so often I'll go there and check. But this just means that technologies are going to be unlocking a lot quicker. Purely because I'm not building up a stockpile of research points in the back end, which works well with the mods. And now I said to you guys that I'd show you the new mods, if I can remember which ones they were. Mod options. So the one I'm talking about isn't actually, it doesn't seem to have its own menu. But one of the ones I'm doing is a history auto cleaner. You know how we were getting all those messages down the side and I have to manually unclip them? Now I'm just going to let the messages drop. Probably I'm going to habitually do it, but eventually train myself so it just starts cleaning like the battle logs, the letters and stuff, and this should actually make the world a little bit more stable, apparently. We shall see. Looking through, I don't think I can see anything right now that's... I also took off a few mods that I just felt were kind of unnecessary for this particular playthrough. I'm gonna try and get into the idea of completely redoing the mod list every single time. There are going to be mods here. I think I put in the allow tool as well. Just a few quality of life mods, and then just tweak it towards its story, if that makes sense. Like this, just based on the amount of vehicles I'm seeing in here, this would probably be something that I explore vehicles, I explore hacking, just explore a few of the mods, and of course Empire is just going to be so good for that because it means that you have like, it just speeds everything up in like critical ways. And so we shall see if my little thought experiment works. Oh, it's not good. D now. Tending. I'm actually going to get old mate to build at least 1 or 2 turrets on either side, so we've got something going. Build it. Do it. Get everything going. Have they already built power lights? No, they haven't. Another infection. Bloody hell. He's going nuts. What's she got? She's got 2 infections, 1 in her torso, which is not good. And so we're already dominating both infections. It is very much worth to always make sure your doctor's at 1. Also your warden's at 1, because it stops a lot of mental breaks with prisoners and stuff. We'll at least get the turret down. The wires won't take too long. We'll get North done as well. He's pretty resilient as a super toon. I also found this other mod that's kind of like so don't touch it, and it should start deleting itself, which is good. So yeah, we just got, yeah, he's pretty resilient, fairly sanguine, based on okay, recluse, interesting. How do we make that work? But yeah, having a decent amount of construction in advance is actually going to be this particular colony's strength, because we have constructor bots. We've got a raid from Kuberg. They have dropped right on top of you. Oh my god! Oh my god! Where's my Minotaurs? That's a lifter. Minotaurs, assemble! Yeah! We'll get Phil as well. We have to pull out some crack shots, dude. Yeah, they were definitely after Beep. Put him over there. I put him a couple of things back because then it changes his angle. Militors, assemble. Okay. Okay, we stopped one. We'll start rolling these guys back just so that they can start, that only one gets caught in melee at a time, because they're better off having their guns. Yep, one Molitor down. So actually, it could be quite strong against me. I suppose we can run this guy around. Oh, he's been disarmed. Immediately. God, fucking predicted that. Okay. So, the turret might be... The turrets do not have power yet. We have one to the north. We're going to have to grab all of our robots, I think, that we have available. Draft. And we'll get him out of the way first. So we have got a turret over here working. J looks like the weakest. I reckon we're probably wasting time doing that. The worst case scenario, we're going to have him run around, I think. And, because I think we're going to lose this, if I'm being honest. Not a single one's gone down yet. Could we grab Phil in time? There's only Lifter left. Yeah. Okay. Not exceptional. Not acceptable. Oh, they're going to try and take Phil. Okay, interesting. Do we lose Phil here? No, we got a turret over here. We got a turret over here. Let's take full advantage of that. Roll him around. Yeah, these turrets are so shit. He's gonna get jumped as well. Okay, it's filled down. Okay. Okay, Phil's good and Phil's running. Oh my god! As long as they don't get beep. It's not good if they get beep. Okay, Phil, I need you to go to the doctor's bed as quickly as possible. Undraft. Rest until healed. Beep's gonna keep kiting these guys around. God, I got overwhelmed so quickly. Clearly I'm being put in my place, so we killed one. Now Phil needs to be saved. He's bleeding heavily, so let me have a look at him. Death in 4 hours. Dude, you need to drop. Yeah, get over here so we can save them. They didn't get anyone. Looks like they're all running. Did they get something? Are they carrying something? Cloth sash. No, it's looking like they just tried to get Phil and... Come on. Come on. Like, I'm tempted to, like, smack him down, but... he hasn't got much longer to live. Okay. Honestly, let's just stabilize him first. Where is he at? Death in 4 hours. I think he's fine. Let's just... Do we have medicine, don't we? Oh, it's because he's in, melee. Yeah, 10 to fill. Health. Nose shattered. Lost a lot of his feet. Death acidifier. He looks alright now. Health is stable. God, that was close. That was really close. Prophetic, one could say. I don't have to touch these. Now we can grab the dead robots. Look at how they just wiped out them. Yeah, we need to go bloody hard on the like these turrets aren't even enough, I don't think. Maybe I get the turrets expanded mod. Oh well, we survived. To be honest, that's, you know, the story you build. I was not expecting to actually survive that. Turns out Beep's best weapon is that he can run. Because we got some cleaning, that's a constructoid. Lifter 2, we'll start getting them repaired. Yep, perfect. Lifter 1. Okay, he's up and moving. We'll repair a Militor, and so we've at least got a gun. And then we will repair Constructoid. And then the rest of them are going to have to be properly sorted and repaired. Well, golly gosh, we survived that. Now I think we're going to have a hard look at defenses, I think. So the best, yeah, I suppose one of the best things is that Phil did get immediately smacked to the ground because they tried to abduct him as a change of behavior. Colossal construct, hello. Yeah. You know, if we have like a really good one with colossal structure is it's not a terrible idea to actually look at what the consequence for damaging that structure is, because 18 man-hunting raccoons when you're like starving, well, it's perfect because you get those guys in a choke and then, you know, and get the ones that don't go festy, you've got a bunch of food. So it's never a terrible idea. Also, tapping, like throwing 18 man-hunting raccoons at a raid is just going to soften them up a bit and get them all bleeding a little bit. You'd hope, maybe not. And, you know, one or two of them might drop out, which kind of just softens up the raid a little bit. And the fact that we're hitting 18 raccoons means that the value of the colony is actually starting to become dangerously too high. How are we looking? I'm looking at that 50,000. Yeah, we've got nearly 40,000 silver. So probably the best thing to do is to aggressively expand the colonies and just keep pumping wealth into the empire. Because that might be the best thing that we can do. Yeah, I'll do a quick little OBS check while we're in the screen. Yeah, we've got really good frames. Everything's looking really good now. There's our new reformers if we want to grab them. So let's start with a general. Let's level everything up. Dollar upgrade. Yes. Doesn't matter if you are or aren't. I'm just going to hit everyone. 3, 4, 5, 6. We are Ulam, Republican, AF. Okay, perfect. So everything that can be upgraded is going to be upgraded. Next thing we're going to do is look at each of our camps, and I think I said in the last episode how I decide what the camp's going to be. Like its main focus is normally by its first building, so if you see something like that, that means my colony is going to be using this for wood, and we can work from there. So we'll see if there's anything else that increases either the amount of workers you can have, so, or the amount of wood that can be produced. Capiche? Yeah, so something like that. Build a logging camp, and then we'll go to workers. I think I'm going to make it just a policy to make sure at least one of the spots is a militia. So we've got very tough like colonies. And I think I don't like slavery, so we will not be forced work camping. Ooh, 3,000 for servant housing. Yeah, well, it's my first colony. So it gets a little bit of preferential treatment. Oh, really? Oh, bugger. Athenum is also wood. I might put him over into... We might put him into animals. Yeah, so wood and fur. And then we're going to do something... I think we just max out the spots and work our way down until we've just got very little silver left. Apartment housing, considering that that's 5,000. You know, empire can be as balanced or unbalanced as you want. And then the militia. Workers, just to make sure that town's relatively safe. So let's start looking at our silver, unpause, boom. So there's about 20,000 off. So if I'm checking value, we should see another sudden dip. There we go. Just like that. And so you can see how Empire's really starting to increase. For those who don't know how this whole situation works, raids are determined by how much your total colony's worth, and each of these 4 lines actually represent a different source of wealth. So we'll start from the bottom. This is how much money you have worth in creatures, which I would assume be like robots. Includes robots as well. Wealth by buildings, so the total value of your buildings based on the fact. I genuinely believe that little bump up right there is probably from the little gold blocks we put in the corners. And then you've got these ones, which is just general items, so all of the money that's coming in and dropping. And then the total, so yeah, these 3 are the combination of total wealth and where it's sitting. And as it steadily shoots up, we get pretty more substantial rates. Now, 4 Chewbacca's is probably not that bad normally, but I have not been focusing too much on defense because I think I have a fair level of arrogance. I can't die. Worst case scenario, we can, and Rimworld's great because it lets you do this. If it looked like we couldn't save this colony, I would just walk out the door. You know, you can go 1 or 2 tiles away, you start a new base, set it as your capital, and then Empire the next day is going to drop a bunch of money on it. So it's pretty nice. Now, when we talk about Empire, of course, that is a mod. So vanilla, it wouldn't be too hard to rebuild yourself. You just, honestly, you can start a colony by just making a little 3x2, sorry, 4x3 into the rock, get a little bed in there, and then just build a little storehouse in front of it, and then you've got a new base, and you can build from there. Your biggest point of value is your good tunes. It's annoying me that it's not deleting it sooner. think it should be fine. So we've had a bunch of settlements upgrade. We've had a bunch of medicine come in. Dee's gone berserk and we don't have anyone to fight her. Oh, we got a Mechanator. Do we have got one Militor? Yeah, we're really getting kind of messed up by draft. He hasn't even got a piece. He hasn't even got a stick. Well, I'll get Lifter to draft, and we're going to need the Mechanator to draft as well. Beep. Lifter, could you come to the door, please? And there's another Lifter, so I'll bring the two of them. And we'll open this door so she comes out. And then we'll just start bashing her. There she is. Undraft. Good work. Not bad for a civilian. For a civilian, for a lifter. Oh, we've had a second raid come in. They're going to wait a while before they attack. Okay. This could be... we may have a living example of... because Neanderthals are hard. They're hard to take down. We do have multiple turrets. I'm going to take the opportunity. They've made a terrible mistake, which is they've let me... they've let me prepare. You fools. And so we're going to get Beep to aggressively expand our defenses to the north. Because I'd rather not... because worst case scenario we can get Beep to just basically run these guys around. What's he doing? He's playing billiards. Can you just finish the thing? Bang. Perfect. So that's two. Now the balancing part of them is that these turrets are absolute dog doo-doo. And so, but the other thing too is that when they're attacking, they're taking too long. What? Oh, D's getting out. So what are you doing? Fill. Draft. Go do that now. We're going to need you to get up anyway. And then I accidentally left this door open. That was my bad. We're going to get you a safe distance away. Like, you can still take pot shots. And Beep's going to come alive. He's going to get over there. We're going to find our one Militor that is not down. That's a... what is that? Is that a construct? No, it's not. That's a Militor. Draft. And we're going to get him over here. And the turrets are going to start. Okay. Now Neanderthals are pretty much tanks in their own right. And of course our guns have done absolutely jack shizen. Stay there. Beep. Move your way back, dude. We're going to have to probably put you onto your biggest... Now the biggest use for these guys is that they're going to blow up. Oh well, that one didn't. Bill, just run, dude. Start running. I have a feeling they're just going to work their way through this shit. And he's not moving. Cool. Oh, B, you figured it out. Just keep running. We might lose Phil here. So Phil's dead. Yeah, they're doing nothing to him. Beep might just have to... the bullet on this one. They absolutely slammed through that Minotaur as well. Perfect. That's a bomb that killed one. We're having some kind of gaming issue here. Or are they just injured? No, everything's moving slow. We're gonna have D go berserk because that was her son that was killed. Yeah, this is rough. You have a super soldier and he can't soldier. Maybe he could sneak in and repair that Minotaur? Let's have a look at the situation of our enemies. Death in 8 hours. 7. 8 hours. So they're not too far. That's a real shame. We've killed one. Could this be the final episode of the Mechanator? Constructoid dead. Suppose we may as well put them into a fight. Draft. Now they can't move because they're outside of Mechanator's range. He's doing his job. He's keeping, like, this guy's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. Either leave or, no, he's trying to kill Beep. Okay, the lifter is dead. Just goes to show how crap this turret is. All the time in the world. In the turret's defense, Neanderthals are tribal tanks, so they're a bit of a beast. And when they're only hitting 1 out of 3 shots, it can be rough. But this could be... I don't think they're going to destroy the base, but they are putting us on our back. Oof. What? We are having server issues. It might be because I've got YouTube going, playing the music as well in the background. So it killed him. We've only got 2 left. Have we got any turrets left? This is good. Yeah, we've got 1 turret over here. We may as well move them over this way. We've got 2 turrets over here, actually. This will drag them into their fire. We needed to replace the building with wood anyway. Sorry, stone anyway. Good thing we built the turrets in the first place. Those 2 raids nearly wiped us. Back to back. Okay. It ain't over yet, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm actually in half a mind to getting one of these Neanderthals up and running if we can capture him. Now he's clearly bleeding out. Yeah, he's got about 5 hours left. Badly injured. Lazy, sanguine. Sanguine's pretty good. Chemical interest isn't great. No real skill abilities, but he's a really good doctor. We'll see how he goes. Health. That Minotaur is hacking him. He is. Get him! He's off. That was a little bit worrying in regarding to how the server was going. Just to check something, I'm going to turn off my music in the background. Just to see if that was actually what could have been the problem there. Okay. Okay, Slaver from IQ. Okay, we'll let Beep go. Undraft. We didn't die. Not yet. We're not dead yet. What are you doing? Praying. Oh dear God. We'll just keep rebuilding our Machinators. And we can repair him as well, which is good. We'll get another one in. We'll repair this one. He hasn't had much sleep, so he is struggling a little bit. Where's the slaver? Yeah. Repairing. At least get the hauler up and running, so we've got something to work with. Okay, lifter 2. Tending to D. We'll get another one in. A good, yeah, another Militor is pretty good. And then we'll talk to Terry. Oh no! With the death of Phil, we no longer have someone with social skill, and what that means is we can't even talk to the traders that have turned up. Ah, you hate to see it. We've balanced the crap out of this Archon. We really have. Because it means we've got there's slaves, but I can't buy them. Because he doesn't know how to talk to people. We should have put repair on. Replace all those turrets. Oh lordy. The only thing I can think of is he can't talk to D to recruiter. Oh my god. This is bad. This is bad, okay. Ah, this is interesting. I'm interested. I'm curious. Rimworld is heading in a direction that I could not predict. Okay, we had one there as well. What about to the south? Yeah, we lost 2 turrets down here. Beautiful. And that'll be something that he just works on. Yeah, the moment I turned the music off, the game started to stabilize. It's even my laptop's starting to feel a little bit cooler as well. So that's good. I was a bit worried that this series was going to get boring. Turns out it ain't done with me yet. It is not done with me yet. We may as well replace those walls as well. Oh, D's having a hide and road break. It clearly wasn't done with me yet. Managed to build a couple of turrets. I think he got mad that I stopped him from praying. Oh, okay. God, he recovered from that quick. I think he just needed to sleep. Let's have a look at him. I'm just so tired. I didn't get to do any recreation. One of my friends died. Oh, and we were actual friends. What's really helping is the fact that he's a bit of a loner. Recreation unfulfilled. We've got a really nice gaming room, but no one uses it. D has died from malnutrition because we don't have a warden to feed her. That is unfortunate. At least she wasn't a colonist at the time of her death. This is getting interesting. Interesting. We do not stop. Failure is the food of. I nearly said the food of shit. Fuck this shit. I'm over it. I'm just building some random ass roads around. Don't mind me. more to think than anything else, I think. It's alright. We're not dead yet. Beeb's gonna have a nap. Gonna keep just keeping an eye on that repairer. Get these new turrets down, because as much as I was talking shit about them, they did kill far more than Beep did as the super soldier. And we're looking good. We might actually shrink that zone to that square. Expand it down there. And then shrink the zone there and there. So it's nice and crisp. All there we go. Beep's fine. He's chilling. Actually, there's still corpses around. No, yeah, no, the hauler buries them. That's good. Yep. Always keep an eye on it. As soon as that gestator turns green, we need to have another one in there. Settlement in danger. That freaked me out because I thought that was us. Chameleon. Set defending force. Change defending force. We want to send our strongest military force, Dala. 3, 3, 2, 3, yeah. Send a Dala to protect. And we should be good. We got another Militor operating. We're going to get him to extract the pollution. Don't worry about the pollution. Look at the gestator. We're going to build 4 more of these. Our little graveyard. Okay, let's have a look at you. Resurrecting a lifter, so that's good. Easy does it. Yeah, but having a few research colonies basically would mean, so you can kind of use your colonies, like as long as you've got enough money coming in, you can basically get the tithes to basically cover nearly everything that you need. So I'll kind of explain what I mean by that, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? You go to the colonies. Go to any colony, it doesn't matter. But you dedicate colonies to each of these resources. The moment you take the tithe button, instead of money, it will send you the resources. And so, for example, you go into here, you can actually pick like what you want them to send you and what you don't. You just disable all and then pick the ones you like, vice versa. And it will send you everything. I had a tithe on food once, and it was getting ridiculous because it was sending me a little bit of all meat, which was a pain in the backside. But yeah, you can turn this money over to silver, so you need to dedicate like half your colonies to making the money in order to stabilize the empire, so to speak, and then start directing certain colonies to take over certain jobs at your colony. So it is very possible to have a loner mechanator be in charge of an entire empire. Um, because the empire has been run by everyone else. Capiche? There we go. Looking good. So after that near disaster, we're at about 45 minutes into this stream episode. Yeah, we'll call them episodes. And it's looking good. Yeah, of course the defense was successful. We sent the army. We sent the boys. Cook some food. Actually, I'm gonna actually insist that they clean that room first. Because you can get food poisoning if the room's too dirty. Oh, actually, before I forget, pull out the hauler, please. Thank you. Get another one in there. Our entire fleet's being restored. Now, it didn't really do much against the bloody and what's really great about this playthrough is we can have all of the wealth in the world, but if you can't talk to somebody, it doesn't mean shit. You've got, and not only that, it's dangerous because it's like this gold alone is like supercharging the um the value of the settlement. And so what am I doing? This one. Like, look, this was me spending like 20, 30,000 silver and it's shooting up. It's kind of a really cool difficulty spike, actually. I'm not going to be too mad if we lose the colony over this because we have a very critical weakness, kind of, that's maintaining a constant challenge to overcome. It's just kind of fun. Can't be mad. So we've got 36 medicine, despite everything. Bunch of hay for some reason. Am I making hay? I am making hay. What? Oh, we were planning to have animals, I think. Oh, for the boomerang. Hello. We might have to just accept Favel. Who are you and what are you? Voidborn. Ooh, that's cool. Hello, Voidborn. I nearly thought that that was Farvel. With all of the crazy stats. She's got really good ones. You want two really good ones? Social, intellectual. She's perfect for the weakness of this colony. Once we've got her on board, pretty, nimble, and aesthetic, so she's not too impressed by the golden walls. Once she comes out of a paralytic abrasia, we've got a really good doctor. We can train her up with animals. But I suppose the only real weakness in our colony at that point would be military. And there was one thing I completely forgot is that we could have pulled in a colony defender. I was too busy trying to. In a way, it's not a terrible thing because we need to know how to defend the colony by itself. And so figuring this out is actually a part of the challenge curve, which can be very enjoyable. Hello. Do you want a child? Oh no, dude. Rainy thunderstorm isn't a terrible one to have. It's noisy. Might have to turn down game sounds. Okay. We're kind of desperate for colonists. I'm being brutally honest. Enrique! Let's have a look at him. I have few skills. Let me have a quick look. We might set up a little school in the recreation room. Now here's babies. Okay. We'll get a blackboard. One of them. And, yeah, I suppose. And can he be put to work yet? Get a job! Huh. Bills. Boom. Boom. There we go. Ooh, what's the temperature? Yeah, probably a good call. He's probably not going to do it because he's a nudist. There we go. And gave him a basic kit. Oh, he can't. Yeah, he can't teach the child. Oh well. Interesting. Combat supplier. Oh my god. Oh my golly god. Action level up. That's huge. Settlements. Overview. Oh, we got Mercantile Industrious. We might. Will also be constructed to connect to allied faction settlements. We've got innovative. Honestly, we can innovative would be really powerful with the mod that we have going, because it basically now means 5% of their wealth is now directed as research points, which means let me just have a look at our research. It's been so good not to have to check this. So it's on advanced cyber tech. So we got quite a few techs that we need to work our way through anyway, so we're doing alright. Oh, we need to get another person. Oh, he's repairing. Oh, he can make stone blocks. Perfect. Get you on that, brother. He can have... Yeah, he's got a room. We maxed out all the money. 32, 32. Oh my gosh. Our bloody warehouse is already full. Storage. What have we got? Medium crates, I suppose, we could use. Let me have a look. Metal crate, so... Oh, we'll keep the metal aesthetic. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, and then copy that. Paste that. And we should be right. Well, that is a complete change of where I thought that this particular playthrough was going. Now, this particular, I do play Rimworld in between, if I have time or really want to. But I'll always dedicate at least an hour a day to this particular playthrough, and we'll see where we go with it. And I'll say that simply, I was not expecting to have a Voidborn rock up with Paralytic Invasion, to nearly have lost the colony, and now to have a child. That was unexpected. I suppose, like in real life. Where did you go from? Beautiful. What have you got? Oh, that's cool. It looks cool, actually. It's full of... Oh my god, it's full of little silver blocks. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why is no one cleaning that area there? Could you just... Do we have a cleaning bot yet? Or is the cleaner bot one of the ones that never... Yeah, the clean sweep is dead. Has it got anything? It's got a Minotaur. So he's repairing everything but the cleaner. The reason why you want to take care of cleanliness is fairly important, is because you've got a constant... you see how there's a circle with all the numbers? Mud and dirt and gunk and stuff like that kind of affects the mood of the people walking over it. They don't like to be in dirty places. So you really do have to keep an eye on the cleanliness of a place. What am I doing? Get rid of that one because it's annoying. We've unlocked advanced cyber tech. Let me have a look at what we got with that. So we've got some gene stuff we can use, I suppose. Temperature. Oh, we can make a jet bike. Oh my god. Bunch of cars we've got unlocked. We've got the RV, which is actually, I've been playing around with it on another playthrough. Struggling to actually understand how it works, so that might be one of the mods I get rid of. Because I can't make them flow between the RVs. It's like, basically it has like a square base within it. It's not a very big one, but I struggle to see, unless I was doing specifically an RV playthrough, why I would ever use it. I suppose it wouldn't be terrible to have like a military one. But yeah, we were going to set up the garage. How much time we got left? Got about 2 minutes. So I think we'll get that set down. Line it up for the rest of the colony. We'll build it over there. We'll point the garage inside, I think. Put a door here. And then go to vehicles. See how far we can get. 1, 2. That is sick. Okay, cool. Floors. We're going to maybe do something like this, and then just do the rest in paved tile. Just make it look a little bit more aesthetic. Aesthetic AF. Connect it with power, which is actually going to be really easy because we already had hidden lines there. And I know I probably shouldn't have done a double row of it, but we can just have tons of metal turn up if we need it, so I'm feeling pretty casual about. I feel like I'm in a bit like in creative when it comes to the building. It's really, kind of organic growing. Basilia Granitus, a dominus of the Exodus Empire, is traveling near EMC2. She's being followed by her enemies and wants you to help use these signals to draw them towards you. If you do, her enemies will activate a site nearby to harass you. There is a psychic droner machine tuned to the male gender, which is the vast bulk of our colony at this time. 3 men hunting iguanas. We don't have the capacity to actually take those out. Maybe, but if we were to fail, we could lose Beep doing it. And I just don't think it's worth it. So, bugger off. I think that would be my expert opinion on the matter. They're good. Rightio. Episode 6 is complete, ladies and gentlemen. With that done, I will see you in the next one.